Um, a lot of the people I know, I I know they're dyslexic from. It's almost a very characteristic thing. I look on it as quite a nice thing. It's almost an advantage, and I can almost now, because I've been taught a lot about it. I've got a dyslexic tutor who will just tell me no end of stuff about the condition, if you want to call it that. And I just sort of, supposedly, out of, there are 75 different kinds of dyslexia that are known, yeah? And most people who are dyslexic don't even know it. So we take all our information from people who we know are dyslexic, but I know so many people who just get away with it because it can be an advantage. It can be taken as an advantage. I've got a really good friend who I know for a fact is dyslexic, like left, right and centre. He's completely crazy. He goes off on one all the time. Somehow he did no revision and managed to get loads of A's and B's in his exams, in his GCSEs. And people look down on it, and I can't understand why. I mean, I suppose maybe they just haven't been told about it non-stop like I have. Like, basically, Cheryl's just sort of completely sliced it all up and gone, right, this is how your brain works. This is why it works that way. This is why you have dyslexia. This is how it affects you. This is what goes wrong with your writing. This is why you read, if you're reading a book and you misread a word, you don't notice you've misread it, but your brain will scatter because your brain knows that it's got the word wrong, and you sort of skip over lines or words, you get confused, and then you have to go back. But it's not too much of a problem, really. I mean, you can basically, if you've made a mistake, you will notice it, and generally you can sort it out if you've been trained to be able to deal with this problem. And it's just like, if you spell a word wrong, like proportion, you just go back to the root word, which is what the smallest version of that word, and then you just sort of build it up. It's really easy, and like it's quite good, because I've sort of been going to Cheryl for a couple of years, year and a half or something, and she'll just tell you loads of little bits and bobs. Little bits about Latin. I mean, I can't speak Latin or read it or anything, but I know little bits of it now, and it comes in useful. It'll tell you little bits about words, like, because you have to explain how to spell a word, so you have to explain why the word is there, why these letters are joined together, why the word is in sections, in phonic sections. Like, you'll get sort of all these swear words, and she'll tell me, right, all these swear words, the reason why they're offensive. So I've always wondered this when I was a little kid. Why is a certain word offensive? It's just a word. And she said, well, one day she explained it to me that because England has been invaded so many times in the early half of the century, and so the Vikings, they bring a language, a style of a language, which is short, to the point, sharp words, okay? And these words, there's different ways of saying things. Now, you say it in a Latin way, they're long words, they're beautifully pronounced, they're wavy and that, they're nice. You can even, if you walk the street shouting Latin swear words, no one would do anything. If you walk the street shouting Viking swear words, everyone would be quite offended just because of the sound of the word. And you'll get like a 4-letter word in Viking, and it's like a 10-letter word in Latin, and the kids, your mother would hit you around the head if you were talking Viking, but not if you were talking Latin, because it's the educated language for the time. But anyway, I've strayed from the point. Basically, like, if you are dyslexic, you can't look on it in a bad way, because you can use it as such an advantage. The left side of your brain is bigger than your right side. You know this to be true, so use everything that you know that you can use. On all the strengths that the left side of your brain gives you, use them, take advantage of them. I mean, like, you can get extra time in exams, you can get free special one-to-one tuition, you can get everything if you're dyslexic. The world is totally your oyster. I mean, they're like, if you are dyslexic, you're lucky that you haven't got the same problem except with your ears. Because, like, my dad's got the same problem with his ears. You'll mishear things instead of miswriting them. So, like, you've got to grasp it, do you know what I mean? And you've got to use it for all it's worth. If someone gives you jip for it, then, you know what I mean, find out about it and jip them back, because you've got it on your side.